Australian Television Network and Associated Stations presents The Bert Newton Show!
Hi, lovely audience. Thank you. They're so big and they're so beautiful. I must go over and say hello to them. A terrific audience, all shapes and sizes, all ages, all... What did you take from those girls? Did you give that girl something, did you?
Yes, I just want to tell you where they're from.
Yes.
Santa Maria College.
In Northcote?
Yes.
Oh, blessings upon you. My sister-in-law and my nieces went to Santa Maria. It's on the corner of High Street, and there's a pub right up. Well, there used to be a pub right outside. Yes, they pulled that down. You know why they pulled it down? I stopped going there. That was the reason. Separation Street's the name of the street, isn't it? A little present for me. Good on you, Mary. That's your fan, isn't it, John? Perhaps she's turned. Perhaps she's mine now. Who knows?
Oh, it's an album.
This is an album. Oh, the Bert and Patty family album. That's where the other copy went. Let's have a look. Enjoying the show so far? Yeah. Cost you nothing. Got some terrific people on the show today. We've got Paul Jennings, who's going to... Oh, congratulations, Bert, on the extra half hour. Keep up the good work. From your most loyal audience member and viewer, I love you, Bert. The Bert Newton Show. I enjoy your show very much. And it's from Mary, who comes from Heidelberg House. Thank you, Mary, very much indeed. She used to be yours.
Yes, now's yours.
It's the luck of the draw, John. It's the luck of the draw. Thank you, Mary, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here today. That's our show. Look forward to seeing you at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye, and God bless you. No, we've got lots and lots of things happening on today's show. We've got, as I mentioned, Paul Jennings coming on, and also a little later in the show, a special surprise for you. In the meantime, to open our show, Jamie O'Neill. You'll love her singing Young Years. Here's Jamie.
Waiting here for the time to pass. Time
Yeah, those were the young years. And that was Jamie O'Neill. Lovely Jamie. It's a great pleasure to welcome our first guest for today. He's been working in England and Europe for the last couple of weeks. He also flew into Atlantic City for the International Sinatra Society Convention because he's a very important member of the Sinatra Society here in Australia. He's also the man of 1,000 voices, an old friend. Please welcome Paul Jennings.
Well, thank you very much indeed. This is Bert Newton speaking, and I'd just like to say right now that on today's show we have Kamal. What do we? Anyway, it's marvellous being here and to be with Bert Newton on the Bert Newton show. Is that Bert Newton over there?
Come over and join the real one, Paul. I'm always very grateful for you because unlike John Blackman and everybody else who does me, you don't make me sound gay. They make me sound gay for some reason.
I suppose that's because I've been doing you since 1964.
And in 1964 I wasn't gay? is that what you're trying to say?
Oh, no, I was just thought it was a good voice to do. It was probably the easiest at the time.
Why was it the easiest?
I don't know. I had been
Why do you
working
say
on it for
that, Paul?
couple
Why was
of
it the
years.
easiest
A couple
voice
of
to do?
years I've been working on it before, and I just was in radio station 3AK at the time, and someone put me on air straight away, and I did it, and there it was, and it just happened. And I thought it was one of the finest voices I had at the time.
Yeah.
And one of the words you say, Bert, is occasion.
Occasion, do I?
You say occasion a lot, and I keep on throwing occasion in.
I think I used it occasionally, but not all.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But that's one I used to get on to. Thank you very much indeed.
You know something? I was passing a control room at the Nine Network many, many years ago, and I stopped and I listened. I thought, I don't recall recording that. And it was you doing me.
Doing a tag to a Women's Weekly commercial called Out Now.
Yes, that's right. Yes, that was one of the best things I ever did on TV. Out now, occasionally. Paul, how did you get into it, first up?
Doing impressions? Ever since I was a kid, I've been doing them, impersonating the gas meter checker or the parish priest or the baker, local people around, some relatives.
They're the sort of things you should be doing now, because, I mean, who's going to tell you whether you're right or wrong?
Exactly, yes. But I've actually went into the army, of course, and, of course, the NCOs and the officers.
Which army?
I did national service.
Did you really? I didn't know
1958, Bert.
Oh,
yes.
There you go.
But I enjoyed it very much, and I think where I kind of recognised I had something there, or someone was recognising something, so I copped onto it and pursued this at great length.
What about the politicians? How do they feel about you doing them?
Oh, they don't mind at all because they say politics is fair game and they've got to cop it. I mean, they can't really criticise this thing, Bert.
Paul, before the show, said throw anyone at me that you want to and I'll take it from there. So they were your words, Paul. Don't blame me. I'm very pleased to see that joining us in the studio now is the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Andrew Peacock. Andrew, welcome.
I have said it before, and I'll say it again. As certain as Nightfellow's Day, that in respect of inflation is the best run disco in Melbourne.
And joining us also today, the man that Andrew replaced, Mr. John Howard. Mr. Howard, well, you just happen to have him there. Mr. Howard, welcome to the show. It's good to see you.
Cameras at the ready, please, to drop down just slightly.
G'day everybody. I would just like to say that I have one regret in my life, my personality. And if my life was to pass before my very eyes, I wouldn't be in it.
We can't leave out everybody's favourite so far as impressions are concerned, and also one of the greatest characters Australia's ever had. From the deep north, I'd like to welcome Sir Joe Bielke Peterson.
Oh, well, my goodness me, I didn't think that I'd have the capacity and over the moon and around the corners and around there. But this audience is marvellous. You are the best audience I've had since the Fitzgerald inquiry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Joe. Paul, just getting back to you for a few moments. I don't think it's as nearly well known that you're a complete devotee, not only of Frank Sinatra, but also of the Sinatra Society.
Yes.
How did you get into that? Obviously, you've loved his work all your life.
Ah, yes. I think the first record that sort of got to me about it was Learning the Blues in 1955. It was the phrasing and it was so different from other singers, and I just started to collect records from there on. And I've seen about 10 concerts from Melbourne and London and last week at Bally's Casino in Atlantic City, and it was just...
What was that like?
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, he's 50 years, and today, July the 13th, is 50 years, 1939, when he made his first record called From the Bottom of My Heart.
With Tommy Dorsey?
Harry
Harry
James,
James, was it?
First of 11 sides. And it was just really something to see this concert last Friday night, and at the end of New York, he came on, as he was about to make his exit, they pushed this about 4-tier cake, not almost like a birthday cake, it was a celebration cake, 50-year celebration, and he was so overcome with emotion, he actually broke down, and he was very genuine about it. He made a short speech and he just couldn't go on. The band played off, but it was really something.
I suppose that's the one thing with Mr. Sinatra. When you give him a present, I mean, you hope to hell that he really likes it, because if he doesn't like it, you could be in real trouble, couldn't you?
I mean, a cake,
Well, he just mightn't like the colour.
Yeah, well, orange is his favourite colour, but that was white. But
Have you ever met him?
Well, last Friday night, we actually went into the Bally's, one of the restaurants there, a few of us from San Francisco, some friends of mine there, and we just sat there for about a half an hour, beginning to make our order, and all of a sudden, Sinatra and his group, I mean, how dare they sort of make our dinner very, very difficult, because I was getting very nervous about it all, and he's sitting over there, and...
Did you wave or anything?
Oh, no, I didn't want to invade on his privacy, but later on, when he made the departure, he sort of looked across and he went, blew a few kisses, and...
He's gay!
Oh, well, too, there was male and female in the audience, in the table there, and he turned around and said, "This would be a good place for a crap game." And some guy yelled out, "I'll cover you, Frank!" And this sort of thing was going on, so that was one of the greatest thrills, to suddenly be sitting in a restaurant and he's dining for 2 hours.
That would have been a wonderful opportunity, Paul, for you to have done the old gag literally there in the audience. Not now, Frank, I'm busy. You could have done that.
Yes, I sort of don't think of these things on the spur of the moment, because I was a bit overawed anyway.
Well, he's your leader so far as singing is concerned. I'm pleased now to welcome our leader here in Australia. The Prime Minister has joined us, Mr. Hawke. Mr. Hawke.
Thank you very much indeed, Bert, my fellow Australians, and I hope you can hear me over the back there, because it'd be a shame if I said something stupid. You can? Because it'd be a shame if I said something stupid, only half of you would enjoy it. Anyway, it is a thrill to be here and to say to you that I had a bad dream last night. I actually dreamt that I was in a coma for 4 years, and I woke up at the end of 1993, and the first person I saw looking down at me was Paul Keating, and he said, Bob, wake up." I said, "What's going on, Paul?" He said, "There's 1993. I said, "Well, gosh, what's happening? We're still in government?" He said, "Yes, we are. How's the economy going? Inflation, all the..." "Don't worry, Bob, everything's fine. Oh, that's great news. Go out and get me a paper, will you?" He said, "That'll cost you 200 yen.
Mr. Hawke, just whilst I have you here, a very important subject which I'd like to raise with you, Mr. Hawke, and that is the subject of euthanasia.
Euthanasia is a very delicate issue, Bert, I feel, but I'm not going to back away from it. I've never backed away from a question yet. You know that. Yeah. You've interviewed me before.
Yeah, indeed.
Euthanasia. I don't think they're any different here than over there, Bert. I don't. I don't think.
Mr. Hawke, I think the one criticism which is levelled at you now in government, and also by some of your supporters, is that you're apathetic. I mean, apathetic and ignorant. Do you know the difference between being apathetic and ignorant?
Now, let's just get this straight. The difference... You were asking me, Bert.
Yeah.
The difference between apathy and ignorance.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't care. I mean, look, give me a go, will you?
Lovely, Mr. Hawke. And lovely, Paul. I hope that you'll come back and visit us again, Paul. It's been a long time since I had the pleasure of working with you. We're old mates together at the Nine Network. He's not only a very talented bloke, but he's a terrific bloke to work with, and just great seeing you, Paul.
Thank you very much indeed, Bert. Thank you.
Paul Jennings. We're back with you after this break, and introduce to you very famous newspaper man, Max Such, is going to join us. Welcome back. Last week, a brave new chapter in Australian journalism began with a new newspaper hitting the stands called The Independent. And I'd like you today to meet the man behind the project, ladies and gentlemen, Max Such. You do impressions, Max?
Not at all. Not as good as that either.
I guess with The Independent, what you want to do is a very good impression of a top-selling newspaper. And as they say in the trade, it's a darn good read. So obviously a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of market research has gone into this one.
A lot of time and a lot of effort. Not too much market research.
Really?
We actually obviously went out and looked at the market, but so much of journalism is intuitive. And broadly what we've produced is what we think rather than what we know a market wants.
How do you feel? I mean, you were there with a glorious career with the Fairfax organisation during those illustrious years, and now, all of a sudden, with the combining of your talents and also John B. Fairfax, isn't it?
John Fairfax, the person.
Yeah. You're actually up against the old alma mater. Does that worry you or hurt you?
No, not at all. I mean, I used to be in small publishing. I used to be a reporter. Now I'm back in small publishing. It was interesting to be an executive in a big corporation, and I did 8 years of it. I'm not at all sorry not to be doing it anymore.
The people out there in reading land, what are they looking for? What's the market you're aiming for?
Well, the theory, and I should stress it's a theory, we'll find out over the next 2 years whether it's a fact. The theory is that people are interested in reading alternative, different things rather than reading the same orthodoxies. We're not trying to compete with a daily newspaper. We couldn't, and nor should we try, because they do what they want to do quite well. But there's a lot of people who want to read something that's persuasive rather than waves a finger at you. There are a lot of people who want to read things that are well written and argued rather and explained rather than just told. There is a resentment, I think, of all media, not just print media, that there's a lot of finger waving, that you're told what to think rather than persuaded what's going on. And what we're trying to do, the old slogan we always had was we're trying to tell the customers what's going on.
I think also, too, I guess it's hard to judge on just one issue, Max, and also, too, how important it is for you, for me to do a critique. But I think the interesting thing about the first edition is that obviously the people who write for you are given a free rein, because it really does cover the broad spectrum, doesn't it?
Well, we have no line. I mean, I guess we do. All editors have a line because they all make decisions and make choices and they leave out and put in. But we have no specific line. In the first issue, we've got Paul Kelly making a point about the government, but then again we've got Alan Wood from your channel writing on the economics line, which is quite different and separate. And then we've got just some lovely writing. We've got 2 pieces, one by Keith Dunstan.
Which is lovely, about his father.
It's not for me to say. It's certainly one of the best pieces I've ever published. I think it's one of the best pieces he's ever written.
Yeah, it's interesting you should mention that. It's without ruining for people who are going to read it. It's Keith Dunstan simply talking about his dad, who was a VC winner. I didn't realise that before reading the article, and also didn't realise that Keith himself had served during the Second World War. Indeed, the whole family served during the Second World War. And for some reason, Keith has never shown that side of himself in any other newspaper he's written for.
Oh, yes, he has. He is a good writer of that length and of that style, but...
Not that particular subject,
because he was
sure.
so personal. No, no, that's true. It particularly moved me because my father was a Gallipoli veteran, lost his leg at Gallipoli, and curiously, a number of my friends' parents, fathers were Gallipoli veterans, and it really touched me, that piece, even when we were beginning to talk about it. But it was a great piece. And there's another one by Eric Rolls. I don't know if you read it on the Australia.
No, I didn't.
The Great Places in Australia to See. And it's a lovely piece of writing. It doesn't just touches you in a way that good writing can.
Yeah. Well, of course, in television and in radio and theatre, I guess, too, we talk about light and shade. And it seems to me that's what The Independent has got, because you read that piece by Keith Dunstan, and for the same reasons that you exposed, I felt very moved, because my dad was also in the army and lost his life because of the war. And then you pick up a piece by Mike Carlton on the ABC, and delightful, very funny and humorous, and it just jumps out from the page to you. Can you keep up the standard though, Max? How hard is it?
Oh, it's tricky. There's no doubt about that, because my wife is a very important influence on the paper. She's a partner. Accuses me of rounding up the usual suspects. But it is tricky. I think we can do it.
there are a lot of good writers in Australia. We're very lucky, and we have some marvellous black and white artists, press artists, who I'm using too. We have a couple of great things in the first issue from Les Tanner and John Spooner, and we've got more coming. But it is quite tricky. It's particularly hard, as you know from your show perhaps, to get jokes. It's very hard to get things that are funny without being just silly.
What about advertising? That's pretty hard to get to when you're starting out with a new project.
Well, it is, but we're not really advertising geared. I mean, we want ads, and we'll get, I think, a significant number eventually, but the advertising agencies in particular are pretty conservative and pretty, I think, nervous and unadventurous. The clients will have to push their way in, I think. But we'll get them. And we had 9 pages in the first issue, which was tricky. We didn't think we'd do that. We got 6, I think, in the second, maybe 9 to 10 by the time we closed.
Max, Ida Buttrose has said that it'll take her 12 months to find out whether Ita is going to be successful or not. Have you got 12 months to spare?
Well, we think 2 years is when we'll make the decision. We've got till the end of next year. We've financed ourselves in such a way that, I mean, we don't spend much money apart from on printing and production and the content. I mean, the full-time staff of the paper is 2, my wife and myself. We've got no overheads. So we reckon that by the end of next year we'll know whether there's a market, and if there's not, we'll have lost about $1.25 million.
Well, I hope you don't lose that. As I say, whether it's a hard act to follow or not, we're going to find out as readers. And I think it's good thinking. 2 years, to give anything 2 years.
You've got to in publishing. You can't do anything quick in publishing.
Yeah, same in television. I think anything in television requires at least a good 2 years. Max, congratulations on the first edition of The Independent, and good luck for a great future.
Thank you for your time.
Good night. Max up. The Independent. We're back with you after this break. We talk showbiz with Peter Ford, who met and interviewed Dame Joan Sutherland. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Okay, welcome back. DJ Foster's on the show today, and the song is I Won't Send Roses. Here's DJ Foster.
Send roses or hold the door. I won't remember which dress you wore. My heart is too much in control. The lack of romance in my soul will turn you brave, kid. So keep away, kid. Forget my shoulder when you're in need. Forgetting birthdays is guaranteed. Should I love you, you would be the last to know. I won't send roses, and roses you. So my pace is frantic, my temper's cross, with words romantic I'm at a loss. I'd be the first one to agree that I'm preoccupied with me, and it's inbred, kid. So keep your head in me, you'll find things like guts and nerve, but not the kind things that you deserve. And so while there's a fighting chance, just turn and go. I won't send roses, and roses roses suit you so.
DJ Foster, I won't send roses. Thank you, DJ. And now say hello to our showbiz expert, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Ford. A very big day for you yesterday, I'm told.
Yes, with Dame Joan Sutherland. What a great star she's been for so many years now. And now she's talking about retirement, which is very sad because her voice is in fine form. And in fact, I asked her about that yesterday.
I really think it's time I sat back and just enjoyed life for myself instead of... It's a terrible responsibility, you know. I mean, I get a great big build-up. Look at you all here. And I'm supposed to deliver the goods on Saturday, no matter what my age is or how I feel. I think I've had a wonderful career and a very long one. And I think it's time that I just sat back and let others get on with it.
How will you fill your days?
Oh, I find plenty to do. My goodness me. The days are too short as it is now, and I'll find plenty to do, don't you worry.
Dame Joan, tell me about your grandchildren.
Well, they're terrific. I've just seen them in Sydney and coming on very nicely. Natasha's 6 and Vanya is 4, and having a nice visit with them after I leave Melbourne, and hopefully they're coming over to us for Christmas in Europe. I think they're looking forward to learning to ski. I think Natasha might apply herself. I'm not so sure about Vanya. He's a little bit boisterous.
Which venue will you miss performing in most? Did you have a favourite venue?
Well, of course, Covent Garden was where I began, and I loved that theatre. I think the Fenice, I think I preferred all the older theatres. Some of the modern ones have splendid acoustics, some of the latter day ones. I don't know. I think probably Covent Garden.
Dame Joan, do you think it's true that any performer is only as good as their last performance?
No, I don't think about success being important, frankly. I think you sing or you perform with whatever ability you have on any given occasion, and sometimes everything gels and goes well, goes better than you expect, and other times, no matter what you do, it doesn't seem to have quite the same charisma or the same force about it. I think performances are different every night, but I don't think that you always have that much control over how they go. And when the performance is really fantastic, when you say, well, it wasn't too bad tonight, but there's next Tuesday or whenever it happens to be.
Now, Dame Joan, as you know through watching the show, Bert sort of sees himself as a cross between Perry Como and Pavarotti, I guess. Actually, a couple of weeks ago on the show, this is what happened. Well, as you can see, he has a secret ambition to be an opera singer. What would your message be to him?
Well, Bert, I've heard about your ambition to sing with me. All I can say is you'd better hurry.
Ah, dear me. Well, I know it would be a thrill to sing with Dame Joan, but I am very happy with Rita because she and I just seem to hit it off together. We've got that magic rapport that good operatic artists have to have. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, Saturday night could be your last chance in Melbourne because they're saying it's her last Melbourne concert.
Good on you, Peter. I might mention to you that Dame Joan won't do live television, will she? That's the reason why Peter went to the press conference to get that excellent report.
No, she doesn't do live.
What's the
TV.
reason, do you know?
I don't know. I think she's done 1 or 2 over the years, but not very, very often at all.
Great star, one of our best. And thank you, Peter, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Sure will.
Peter Ford on Showbiz. We're back with you after this break. we go again. It takes a very special kind of person to set off alone to cycle through China or to walk through Tibet with only a donkey for company. But my next guest has not only done that, she's now planning a trip from the North to the South Pole. Adventurer extraordinaire, Sorrel Wilby. Music from Ross and the boys, and it's good to have you back on the show.
Thank you very much.
I was told just before you came out that everything you're wearing today you designed and made yourself.
Yeah, I actually finished it in the hotel room this morning.
Very, very clever.
Thank you.
Do you make all your own gear?
Yeah, usually because I can't find what I like in the shops.
Yeah, well, it looks terrific.
I collect things as I travel and use them, incorporate them into designs.
Travel. What fascinated you about travel, and how come that you made what we see as adventures a livelihood for yourself?
It all started actually when I was about 12 years old and I saw my first National Geographic magazines. And I just couldn't believe that the world held so much wonder. There were such high mountains and such wild rivers and, oh my God, what enormous appendages black African women had. It was a hell of an introduction into the world.
Yeah, basically the same background.
Thinking man's pornography. Only I took it one step further. I decided that the only way to experience those other cultures and other landscapes was to actually become a photographer and journalist for the National Geographic magazine, which I eventually did, but it was a long process.
Tell us about Tibet.
Probably one of the most extraordinary adventures I've ever had in my life. I guess communication, brings up communication because you are in a completely different environment with different people, and it's, I guess, a challenge in itself, as if the environment wasn't challenging enough. I mean, minus 40 degrees, I got snow-blinded, frostbitten, the whole works. But one of the most challenging things is communication, actually, with another race or another culture of people. And the thing about Tibetans is, of course, that it's not just a different language that you have to come to terms with, it's a whole different body language as well. For example, when they greet you, they don't sort of reach over and shake your hand and say g'day. Their form of greeting. Can we stand up and do this?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to be seen again. That's much more nicer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, when a Tibetan nomad greets you, they hold your hands like this and clung foreheads.
Oh, right. Let's do it again.
Foreheads.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the main.
Yes.
This is actually the main problem with greeting a Tibetan nomad, is that if you're really excited to see them, which I was invariably, because I didn't have anything to eat or nowhere to sleep and all that sort of thing, so I was pretty excited, and we used to sort of concuss each other every second.
Let's do it again, because it really is quite good fun. Come over and try it. It's rather good fun. You know Peter O'Connell, my floor manager. Say hello to him, Sorrel. Yeah. Come over, Brad, and try it. It really is good fun.
No, there's another greeting.
Yeah.
I'll do another.
We'll do the other greeting with Brad.
The other greeting, which freaked me out the first time.
Could you perhaps explain to me what the greeting is? I mean, it's quite, it's okay, is it?
Oh, I'm not going to be rude on.
Because if it's going to be fun, I'd like you to do it with me. There's Brad.
No, another way of greeting in Tibetan is to show your palms, first of all, to show you don't have any weapons. And here we go, national television, poke your tongue out.
Yeah. There must be a lot of Tibetans who live in Caulfield, because I found a lot of men walking on the street going like that. Yeah. Well, that's very interesting. What about, I mean, you would find them fascinating, but do Tibetans find us fascinating in our ways?
That's quite interesting, actually, because, I mean, I didn't have too much in the way of Western material things with me, but I did have my tent, my aerodynamically designed thing. And, of course, they thought that was the most ridiculous object they'd ever seen in their lives because it had a floor, right? And how can you light a fire in a tent if it has a floor? That's crazy. It'll go up in smoke. Where's the chimney? That sort of thing. But also, I'll never forget one night waking up in the middle of the night. I had my sleeping bag, and sleeping bags are really compact little numbers, and I'm inside this down sleeping bag, quite content and quite warm. And I woke up in the middle of the night to discover I not only had fleas from the yaks, but my stomach sort of felt like a braille had been pushed through a braille typewriter, but also that someone, thinking that this flimsy looking little thing couldn't possibly be keeping me warm, they'd absolutely covered me in sheepskins, which I suppose is where I got the fleas from. Yeah, so I sort of woke up in this pool of sweat and 15 sheepskins over the top of me. It's extraordinary. They don't really quite understand.
No, they welcome you, I'm sure, and they would find, obviously it interesting to see people from another culture. But are they aware of tourism? I saw a documentary on the ABC a couple of months ago, and I'm sure it was about Tibet, certainly an area like Tibet.
Yes.
And it was both interesting but also a little sad that it seemed we were going to ruin their lifestyle.
We, as Westerners going into other countries, we have quite a strong responsibility to respect other people's beliefs and wishes and things like that. Fortunately for me, I was in regions that no one had ever been in before, no Westerners had ever travelled through. So it was quite an extraordinary situation. In fact, I'd meet nomads and I'd say, oh, I'm from Australia. And they'd sort of turn to their kids and say, oh, she means India. That's if they knew about India, because they don't really have any concept of the rest of the world. And others would turn around and say, how many days by yak is that to Lhasa, from Lhasa? You know? So there is an extraordinary sort of lack of understanding of Western ways.
But do you think we will change their culture and do harm to them?
Well, you cannot get into Tibet anymore. I mean, it was only open for a very small period of time. And I think the nomadic regions that I was travelling through, they will remain unaffected forever, which is a lovely thing.
What about this extraordinary journey you want to do now between the two poles?
The two poles, yeah. I actually woke up it was about 3 days ago and decided that that's what I wanted to do. So there's a lot more planning involved than just sort of waking up one morning and going, oh, I think I'll climb Everest, yes. You do have to sort of think things through a lot more than that. So
when do you plan this for? When will you do it?
Probably a year's time. It'll take about a year to get the correct experience and sponsorship, because I don't want to do it just walking. I want to go by bicycle, kayak, all sorts of different extreme means.
And you'll start from the South Pole and make your way?
No, see, I'll start from the north and go south, because I have this thing about going downhill. And it's ludicrous, isn't it? But if I went the other way, I would feel that I was going uphill all the time. Too hard.
Yeah, there's something there. I think you've met too many Tibetans. Cheryl, I guess that the only negative I could find about someone like yourself is that in years to come, you might be someone who is going to be a little upset and a little sad, because when your travelling days are over, which is many, many years hence, I realise, what I'm saying is, will you ever be able to settle down completely?
I like to have my cake and eat it too. I like the idea of settling down as such. I got married in December. I'm putting my husband through the mill at the moment, teaching him the ropes of adventure, taking him off to Nepal and making sure he survives at high altitude.
What does he do for a living?
He's a cameraman.
Oh, dear me. By sheer fluke?
Just by chance. We met working on a documentary for the ABC. I was walking through the rainforest. So he survived that. He survived Nepal. He's going to survive the relationship with me. So
well, yeah. Forget what I said. Obviously, you and he are going to have a lot of fun together for many, many years to come. If you've both got the same interest.
My idea of settling down is having a stable place to hang your hat at the end of the day, which could be 6 months, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years down the track.
We'll certainly talk to you before that, the next big adventure.
Many times.
From North Pole to South Pole.
North to the
South. And now, do we say goodbye in the same manner?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Appropriate.
Sorrel will be, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back with you after this break. Thanks, Sorrel.
I'm proud to open this very special telethon to raise $250 million to buy the Nine Network.
Featuring special guest Rita Rana.
Welcome to our alternative parallel universe.
A bigger load of fabrication you'll never see.
A show about caring and sharing.
The Papidimetropoulos family of Wollongong.
Oh, no!
Become an athletic support.
NEC presents Fast Forward, 8:30 tonight.
We've got some lovely music for you now. The Pippa Wilson Swing Tet and Shaking the Blues Away. Pippa Wilson.
There's an old superstition way down south, holding a rifle way down south. Everybody with cares and troubles that day likes to shake 'em away. Shaking the blues away, unhappy news away. If you are blue, it's easy to shake off your cares and trouble. Telling the blues to go, they may refuse to go, but as a rule they'll go if you shake 'em away. Do like the voodoo do, listen listening to that voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving that there's a way to shake your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake 'em away, shake 'em away. Shake your blues away, unhappy news away. If you are blue, it's easy to shake off the cares and troubles. Telling the blues to go, Lord, they may refuse to go. But as a rule, they'll go if you shake them away. Do like a voodoo do, listening to that voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving there's a way to shake your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake 'em away, shake 'em away, shake 'em away.
Yeah, Pippa Wilson Swingset and Shaking the Blues away. Back with you after this break. Welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed the show. I tell you what, it's been a wonderful audience here in the studio, and I've got a special surprise for some lucky soul in the audience, maybe one of the Santa Maria girls, because I know that school has a wonderful history of music. I can recall my sister-in-law and my nieces telling me that music was a very, very... yes. A very, very... Keep it going. A very, very important part of their education. Do you remember the old days when Father Flanagan would come around and say, girls, you're doing a wonderful job. Bless you. I have here the Bert and Patty family album. I thought you'd be excited. Now, I'm willing to give it to one of you girls if you would like to have it. Forget the price, $5.99. Today, as a special, only $5 to the first person who'd like to put their hands up. No hands yet? Okay, right, okay. We'll make it $4.50 to the lucky person. $4.50. Okay, no, take the bloody thing, and I hope you like it. Thank you, girls, for being here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a wonderful audience. Let me go back and explain to you who's going to be on the show tomorrow. I don't think you realise, my young lady over there, exactly what you have there on your lap. You have something which in some years to come could be worth a lot of money, at least $10 or whatever. Tomorrow, Paul Martell, Ross Skivington, Gil Tucker, Chelsea Brown, The Phones, and Jeannie Lewis. Until then, goodbye, and God bless you.
Stay at the Hilton on the Park. This has been a Jim McKay production for the Australian Television Network. The Bert Newton Show is proudly brought to you by Jenny Craig Weight Loss Centres, the Australian way to lose weight.